Hi, welcome back to a new reading vlog. It's May 6th. I'm kind of doing this reading vlog parallel to at least two other ones. I mean, who cares? Anyways, I got some books from the library and there's not a theme for this reading vlog. It's more I read books that I feel like reading because I like to read again. But the book I picked up yesterday actually is Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. So this is basically his biography. It's about him growing up and, you know, getting into fame by being in the Harry Potter franchise and a little bit what happened afterwards. I have not read that much. I'm on page 22. I read the foreword from Emma Watson and then I read a little bit about his childhood, you know, growing up. Hasn't been that much Harry Potter yet. Basically some like flashbacks to when he did something he shouldn't have as a kid while being, I think it was between the first and the second movie or something like that. Maybe he was afraid to get caught and everybody would find out and he'd get fired. Anyways, I'm liking his voice so far. I've been wanting to pick this book up for a while. So, you know, I don't really read a lot of biographies, but this was definitely one of the ones that I wanted to read. So yeah, I'm happy I found it at the library. So this is the book I'll start with. I did get like 6 books from the library. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them in this vlog. I might mix in some of my other books from my actual TBR. But yeah, we'll see. So I ended up finishing Beyond the Wand like over a week ago. I really enjoyed it. Tom Felton has a really great voice in his writing, and it was really interesting to learn about like the early acting days since he started as a kid, and a lot of Harry Potter details and what he thought about different actors and how they helped him grow as a person as well as an actor. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was also fun to see a lot of pictures. And yeah, I ended up giving it like 4 to 5 stars. After that, I picked up Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. Sorry if I butchered that. Which is basically about Clara, this sort of AF, like artificial friend, I guess it stands for, and her wanting to be bought to go home with one of the kids to like be their company and stuff like that, but she very soon learns that to not like expect too much of a human's promises and stuff like that. I'm like 70 pages into it and I enjoyed the beginning a lot more, and then I felt like it's getting a little slow. It took a while before they actually got home to the kid that sort of buys her or adopts her or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I'm interested, but we'll see how it goes with that one. But since I'm reading all the library books in this one, I had to pick up The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This one cannot be renewed at the library because someone else is in a queue for it. So it's been reserved, so I have to return this by Friday the latest. Preferably Wednesday or Thursday, because then I basically will be going past the library anyways, because, you know, having my class for work and everything like that, so I'm there anyways. So I picked this one up the other day and I'm on page 87. It's a really quick read. We meet Olive, who accidentally kind of ends up kissing this sort of professor at her college. His name is Adam. He's kind of known for being like grumpy and like unreasonable with his grad students, and it's very bantery, and then they decide to have sort of this fake relationship. The reasons behind the fake relationship is a little bit weird, to be honest, but I do like their banter, and I feel like it could be like a cute sort of love story going on. And yeah, it's a really quick read. I'm flying through it, so yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So I'll let you guys know more when I have gotten further and have like more opinions about it. So it's actually June 3rd now, so I'm obviously not very good at updating you guys, but I realized I never really wrapped up what I thought about Love Hypothesis, so I figured I'd do that now. So like I said in the previous clips, I had to return it by Friday, and I hadn't finished it by that Friday. I did finish it this same day, but I had to finish out the last like 85 pages of my e-reader, but it's fine, I finished it. I do feel like this book was unnecessarily long. It was almost like 400 pages, and I did enjoy the sort of banter between the characters, but it did feel a little bit insta-lovey at the same time. A lot of science talk, and I mean, that's the entire premise of the series, but maybe I wasn't too invested in that, but overall, mostly just way too long. Too much filler stuff going on, and was kind of awkward at points. Like, felt like the fake relationship was a little bit forced, and I mean, it's fake, of course it's forced, but I mean, it felt forced by like out of forces, like Olive's friends sort of like, oh, do this because you're a couple, you should be doing this and this, while not knowing that they're only faking it, and it was cringe, and I didn't like that part. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it as much as other people do, so I ended up giving the book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So, this is the book I'm currently reading. It's If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy, and this is a Cinderella retelling. We meet Cindy. She's our plus-size character. She loves shoes. She has finished university at Parsons in New York, and she's trying to figure out what she's going to do now. She's had a bit of a rough upbringing because of her parents dying and stuff like that, and she's just still grieving. She ends up moving back in with her stepmother, and her stepmother is actually this big producer for this called Beyond Midnight, which is basically The Bachelor. And Cindy ends up, you know, filling in one of these spots when one of the girls drops out, and she ends up going in their place. And this is such a quick read. Like, I woke up at like 6:30 this morning. By 10 I had read 140 pages. Not even kidding. It's such a quick read. I love Cindy. I like the love interest Henry. I love the Bachelor aspect of it, like the Beyond Midnight show. It's really entertaining. It's so much fun. We get to meet a lot of different girls, obviously, since they're all competing about Henry's love, and they all have very strong personalities, to say the least. And I'm flying through this book and I'm loving it, and I kind of don't want it to end. I have like, I don't know, 60 pages left, and it's so cute. I love Cindy. She's very body positive. She rocks the most incredible shoes, and I mean, I'm definitely not very interested in fashion, but she's so passionate about it. Like, you got me hooked, girl. I just love her personality, and her chemistry with Henry is really good, and I just love the blossoming friendships between her and the other girls, and it's so cute. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to finish it tonight, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, a really good book so far. So I ended up finishing If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. I have not read a lot of Julie Murphy books, but I definitely want to start now. This was such a cute read. It was such a fast read. I flew through this in like no time at all, honestly. And I loved Cindy and Henry's sort of blossoming friendship at the beginning, and then their like relationship. I loved the Beyond Midnight sort of aspect to it. It was a lot of fun with the Bachelor, with the Bachelor part, because he's basically the Bachelor, and just the drama that went on in the house with the different girls who are very jealous for they're all basically dating the same guy, and there was a lot of drama, a little bit of road bumps, plot twists, what do you want to call it. Some things I didn't really see coming, but I didn't mind. I had in my brain though, gotten into like this was a romance book, but it's not really. It's more a contemporary, because you know it fades to black and shit. But I wish there was more books in this series. There are 2 more books in this series, but they're written by different authors, so it's not like Julie Murphy's own series or anything like that, which is a shame because I definitely would have loved reading more. And I feel like the fact that this is sort of a Cinderella inspired, I feel like that was very subtle. They didn't like hint to it too much, but you definitely got the references here and there. I loved Cindy's family dynamics with her stepmom and her stepsisters and her half siblings. And I feel like we got a lot of depth to the characters. We'll get to know a bit about Cindy's background and how she grew up and everything like that. Same with Henry, and just got a lot of stuff on these characters, and that makes them a lot more three-dimensional. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I ended up giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So it's been a hot minute since I actually did this reading vlog, and when I say a hot minute, I mean like probably like 2 months. But you know, life came in the way. I had a baby and shit went awry after that. So yeah, I thought I would try to summarize this vlog so it actually gets finished at some point. So I ended up reading 4 books for this vlog, 4 different library books, and I have some mixed opinions on them. But the first one I read was Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton, and that was a sort of autobiography about his life, how he came into acting, how he got into Harry Potter, and everything he's been through after that. And I really enjoyed this one. It was such a quick read. It was so much fun to look at all the pictures behind the scenes and from him growing up and stuff like that, and he had a really good like narrative voice. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it was such a quick read, like I said. So I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. And then I also read Clara and the Sun by Kazu Ishiguro, and I read the premise on this when I was at the library, and I thought it sounded really interesting with the IA and like, you know, getting to know the mortal life and stuff like that. But the book starts out in the sort of store where they sell the IA, and we were there for like 70 pages, and after that I got kind of bored, and it didn't really pick up after that, and I didn't really care about the characters or a main character, Clara. I mean, she's an IA, she's supposed to be a little bit different, I guess, from the human species, but her voice was so boring and nothing much really happened, and I just struggled through this book a lot. So I ended up giving this like a weak 2 stars. And then I also read If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. This was such a fun, quick read with a plus-size protagonist, which is always fun, and the sort of bachelor sort of TV show aspect was so much fun. I really like it, and I hope that more authors kind of get inspired by that, because it was so much fun and everyone kind of made crazy for that. All of the characters kind of were crazy for that. So yeah, so much fun. Love the main characters. They had great chemistry, and it was such a quick read, and then ended up giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then the 4th and last book I read was The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This book was honestly too long. I felt like it could have been shortened down a little bit. I did like the premise, but it was also kind of cringe and awkward at some points, and that made it harder to get through. I didn't always feel the pull to pick it up. It was more like I have to pick it up because I borrowed it from the library and I have to return it kind of thing. So yeah, I had a little bit of mixed opinions on it. It was a lot of scientific talk, which, I mean, it was in the premise, so that is expected. But yeah, overall a good read, but some things I didn't really like about it as well. So I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, those were all of the books I read in this reading vlog. I'm so sorry it took me so long to wrap it up and also editing it. I have been editing it along the way, so this is like literally the last clip missing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. Hopefully I will get around to doing more of these reading vlogs as I read my library books, but it's been going kind of badly with that lately, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a good day or night, and I hope we see each other in the next one. Bye.